Presented by the Pat Connaughton Foundation and powered by Jolly Good Soda. W7 Radio is live from Green Bay Championship Saturday, where Pewaukee has a chance to join McDonald Catholic, Laconia, and Kewaskum, who have already won their first state titles today, and Notre Dame, who has a chance to join Milwaukee-Vincent, Milwaukee-Washington, Cuba City, Flambeau, and Beaver Dam, having won 3 in a row. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. With Connor DuBois, I'm Ed Rowie. We've got a matchup. If it's deja vu all over again, it sure is. A year ago, this championship Saturday night, Notre Dame came away victorious. These two teams kicked off their season. Beginning of the year, Pewaukee with a 1-point win. That night, Connor, Pewaukee said, hey, we got a big win. Everybody's reasoning for Notre Dame losing, no Trista Fayta. Coach Reuter's argument to that was, I played 4 freshmen that had never stepped on a high school court before. I guess we throw it out the window? I don't know, who knows? But we do know we've got, we knew these two teams were gonna meet. I think we both agreed on that. You called it right away that night. Feels like, yep, this is what it was meant to be.
I 100% feel that this was kind of the matchup, even going all the way back to a year ago at this time. That these two teams were more than likely to square off unless something weird along the way happened, and here we are. Like you mentioned, Pewaukee trying to continue that trend, becoming on the first state championship Saturday, basically. 3 already in the books, Pewaukee looking to be the 4th. Tritons looking to make history on their own side inside their own program. They've gone back-to-back once before, back-to-back state champs last year and the year prior, looking to do it 3 times, and they've had some talented kids come through the program. Hard to believe they haven't done this before.
It seems like these two teams, as we said, we're on this collision course. You can almost make a case, looking at their rosters a year from now, you can almost we'll pencil them in, we won't put it in ink. They could do this all over again next year. But before we get to next year, we've got to get to tonight's game. You had a chance to talk to Coach Rohde before the game. She seemed very confident in her team, and why wouldn't you? You've won 28 in a row now since that loss to Pewaukee. You got a test yesterday playing McFarland, but for the first time in how long did they get tested? And they came through pretty strong, considering the stage they were in.
They did come through strong, and I think we talked about it last time they were tested was that Hortonville game where they were down 16. I think they're going to be tested again here today. There's a good chance that they could be down 8, 10, maybe as much as 16 in this game. They'll at least have that Hortonville game to fall back on here, this big stage at the Resch on Championship Saturday.
We still have about 8.5 minutes before tip. It's going to feel like an eternity. It's got to feel like an eternity for these players, these coaches. It does for us because we're anxious for this game to get going. As the crowd continues to trickle in, the atmosphere the whole day had a different feel to it. You know, usually with that starting game, that Division 5 game, it's a little quiet. It's just the schools. It actually had that air about it before they even tipped off. Gary and I got here. Then you have the 4, the 3, and it just continues to build. And as we've been waiting for this one to start, and we watch everybody coming in, it just has a different sense to it. Like, they are anxious for this. Numerous people have come up to us and said, who do you have tonight? This should be a great one.
And honestly, you know, I've covered Notre Dame in the postseason. You've covered Pewaukee a couple times throughout this year, Ed, and going back to the beginning of the year. It's hard to pick. You know, each community is going to be passionately behind their team one way or the other, and just the performances by both squads to get here, it has you feeling like this is definitely, I've talked about it, calling it a heavyweight fight, ready for round 4, setting up maybe round 5 and 6 next year. I don't know what the non-conference schedule has, but I would sure hope that these two teams have each other on it.
Coming up, Connor's interview with Coach Rohde. We'll then have the anthem, the lineups, and tip, all coming up next on W7 Radio, live from Green Bay, Championship Saturday. Division II Championship coming up next.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Back live. Pewaukee, Notre Dame, Division II State Championship coming up next.
Tonight's pregame show brought to you by Jolly Good Soda. First introduced to Wisconsin in 1966, Jolly Good Soda quickly became a cornerstone beverage for get-togethers, cookouts, and more. Today, Jolly Good Soda is widely known for its bold flavors. It is enjoyed by both local Wisconsin residents and others all across the U.S., including our great viewers, listeners tonight on W7.
Listeners, we are W7 Radio, and we thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoy it. Hit that pause button on the TV. Let us catch up and listen to us give you what we see. Coming up, Connor's interview with Coach Rohde.
We're here with head coach Sarah Rohde of the Notre Dame Lady Tritons ahead of tonight's championship matchup with Pewaukee. Second matchup with them this year, back-to-back years for a state title. Thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, we're obviously very excited to be here. I just think we're going to have to defend very well. Obviously, we know they can score. We can score. We saw that earlier in our game with them this year. So I think it's really going to come down to defense for us. Like, we're just going to have to get some stops and find ways to win loose balls, win those extra rebounds, and just outwork them ultimately.
Absolutely. You talk about the defensive end of the floor. Yesterday against McFarland, they kind of handled the pressure for majority of the game. Pewaukee, this is the fourth matchup. Do you expect them to make any adjustments to handle that matchup in the defensive pressure?
Yeah, they have obviously some really solid guards that they play. So I don't know what they'll do differently. I'm not sure, what they're going to try, but I think we'll be ready for it. And if they easily break it, we need to adjust as well. Obviously, Tegan is just a really special guard, and she could, sift through a lot of defenses just because she's so talented. But I think we might be able to apply a little bit of pressure, and if not, we'll just have to adjust as well. Absolutely.
And the most important question of the day, of course, last game of the year, what's the last spirit animal of the year?
Well, we were going to say the Triton. We were going to go with the Triton, but I think it's going to be a combination of a Triton and a Lion.
Well, there you have it. So it'll be a Triton and a Lion at state championship coming up, 6:35 tip at Rowley, and myself on the call. You're watching W7.
W7 Radio back. Let's do a quick discussion about these two teams as Connor puts up the starting lineups. You heard Coach Rohde talking about it. There's no surprises. These two teams know each other. Chances are there's going to be nothing thrown at them that they haven't already seen. They've got these great players that just go out and do their thing. Let's start with Pewaukee. It starts with the Terrians. It doesn't end with the Terrians, but it sure starts with those two.
It does. Just a quick funny story about the Terrians and the history of this matchup. Last year they come up to Notre Dame, and they weren't even in the lineup. And I was talking to Coach Ryder before the game. He was like, I think 43 and 45, one's Amy, one's Anna. I'm not really sure. Almost started the broadcast not having the Terrians on the lineup card that night. And they sure showed up and showed out that night.
And on the other side, Gracie Gresh, Trista Fayta, go down the line. These are just, they're two great teams, and this is what everybody's been waiting to see and hear for tonight, of course, on W7. But this is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. But everything seems to flow so much better with Notre Dame when Trista Fayta has the ball in her hands.
Absolutely. You go back to the beginning of the season and that end-of-game situation against Pewaukee, nobody really looked like they wanted to handle the basketball at that time for the Tritons. Fayta obviously cleans up a lot of things. She's the one that runs the rides out here for them. And, yesterday the Tritons really only went 6 deep. Greisen came off the bench but played just 4 minutes.
Kyle Waldrop
she was only about 7 minutes into the game. So it's 5.5 to maybe 6 deep for the Tritons, so they're going to have to stay out of foul trouble.
Which is what Pewaukee was a year ago at this time. They were a very short bench team. You'll see a little different team tonight. They'll play 10. maybe early on show that 10, but then get it down to about 8, but they're still going to go a little deeper. And when you're playing up and down the way these two teams do, as Coach Rohde mentioned, they both can score, and you get up and down, are they going to maybe have to go a little deeper if you are Notre Dame?
I would think that the Tritons will dip into their bench a little bit deeper today. Not much more than those 7, though. You might see a little bit more minutes out of Waldrop. I think she was just limited yesterday just because that kind of freshman environment, you don't know how you're going to respond in this environment. You know, we mentioned it on the broadcast. Yeah, at this point you're a sophomore, but you don't know how a freshman's going to respond.
We don't know how any of them are going to respond to the lights because they are much brighter. We are just about set for the anthem, the lineups, and the tip for the D2 State Championship game. Can Notre Dame make history? Can Pewaukee make their own school history? All of it will be determined coming up tonight on W7 Radio.
What's up, everybody? It's Pat Connaughton. On behalf of myself and my Pat Connaughton Foundation, we want to thank you for tuning in. I started my foundation back in 2016 with the goal of creating access to athletics for the next generation of student athlete, especially in underserved communities. We do this through courts, clinics, and character. We've seen that kids who build habits through sport, they learn those translatable life skills that we teach: hard work, teamwork, leadership, accountability, discipline. The list goes on. They set themselves up for success both on and off the court later on in life. We've been fortunate to impact tens of thousands of kids over the last 6 years, and we hope to continue to grow in those 3 areas: courts, clinics, and character, so that we can continue to impact kids throughout the state of Wisconsin and even globally. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. And if you care to learn more, please visit our website, www.patconnaughtonfoundation.org.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Excellent rendition of the national anthem. Get things underway here for the night session.
They always pick, I mean, just fantastic. These kids come out here, have to, and we're talking about them being, the players being nervous and the coaches being nervous. How'd you like to have to do that? Tough act to follow, but I think these players can do that.
Defense is a huge part of our offense, and once we get going on defense, then the energy clicks and it starts to happen on offense.
It's what we've been working for all year. They've had this game circled since the moment they walked out of our high school first game. We'll be ready. We gotta go play at 5:36. The Pewaukee Pirates are up to the Division II State Championship game.
I think it was a great game. It was a great start for Pewaukee.
Like you said, Even the rebound at the end and the loose ball, like they just do all the little things to help us get the stuff to the ball drop.
Welcome to the Resch Center for tonight's Division II State Championship game between the Notre Dame Tritons of the Fox River Classic Conference and the Pewaukee Pirates of the Woodland West Conference. And now for tonight's starting lineups, first for Notre Dame. Starting at forward, a 5'9" senior, number 1, Hope Barrington. At guard, a 5'7" junior, number 10, Trista Fayta. At guard, a 5'7" junior, number 11, Sydney Whitehouse. Starting at guard, a 5'11" sophomore, number 20, Peyton Musial. And at forward, a 5'11" junior, number 24, Gracie Fresh. Notre Dame is coached by Sarah Rody. And our time starting lineup for the Pewaukee Pirates. At guard, a 5'5" senior, number 13, Ava Westerman. At guard, a 5'7" freshman, number 15, Kylie Pieper. At guard, a 5'8" freshman, number 23, Giselle Janowskis. At guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 43, Amy Terrier. And forward, a 5'8" sophomore, number 45, Anna Terrier. Pewaukee is coached by Jim Whiter.
Anthem sung, lineups announced. We are set for the Division II State Championship between the Pewaukee Pirates and the Tritons of Notre Dame. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it.
Little oversight on the graphic today. It said state semifinal. It ain't a semifinal.
Whoops.
It is the final.
As you are watching, Notre Dame in their road blue, Pewaukee in their home whites. Little pregame confusion with the benches allotted. Each bench was set up and they had to flip-flop them. And we are underway as Trista Fayta walks the ball across the timeline. Calls out the play. Swing it over to the left side, looking for the backdoor cutter, nothing there. Fayta. Shot off, Amy Terrian comes away with it, up the left side. Amy to the right side to Anna. Back up top, Westerman. Right side, Pieper. Attacks, pulls back. Amy, catch and shoot 3 from the right side, good! And the scoring is underway. Another one that was behind the arc. We've talked about it. We talked about it last night. We talked about it all day. Everybody forgets when they get on these college courts that it's that white line, and everybody's shooting from behind the black line, just like that. Fayta, the answer! Up the left side, get it to Westerman. To the hoop, cut off by Musial. Goes into the lane, flips it up, shot no good. Gresh rebounds. Fayta pushes, up ahead, to the hoop. Knocked out of the hands. And going to the line, shooting 2 will be Sydney Whitehouse.
First personal, first team foul. At the line for Notre Dame, Sydney Whitehouse, shooting 2.
Whitehouse to the line. Sydney's that kid that just doesn't get tired. It just, you watch her the entire game, she never looks like she's tired.
No, and she does a lot of the dirty work. Usually guarding one of the other team's best players. Lots of rebounds, lots of assists, the point on the press. Incredible.
1 out of 2 for Whitehouse. 4-3, Notre Dame takes an early lead. Janowski right side. Go to the left side, Westerman, handoff. Back to Janowski. Gives it to Amy, 17 feet out. Thought about it, puts it back. on the deck. Now gets it to Janowski. Back to Amy. Now Anna from the right wing. Off. Fayta rebounds and pushes up the right side. Barrington surveys, nothing there. Back up top, Fayta. Now Whitehouse looking for the cutter. Gets Barrington, layup, good. 6-4, 6-3 Notre Dame. 2 minutes in. Loose ball, and they're gonna get a foul. Fayta knocked it away from Amy. And then in her haste and going for the loose ball, grabbed the arm.
Just got a little too greedy on that extra.
Commits the first foul for Notre Dame.
I mean, look out here for Pewaukee. You have a kid in Pieper and obviously Janowski, the freshman, that weren't a part of this contest last year. So some fresh blood out there.
And they're going to say that ball was off Janowski. Turnover. They made a pass into the left wing. It was deflected. It sure, I mean, we're way up here. That was almost literally right next to the referee. We are not going to question anything, especially when it's Dave.
I tell you what, if we were in our normal seat for the rest of the tournament, we would have had a great view of it.
Not only a great view, I think we might have come away with the ball. Back up top, Musial. Left side, Harrington. Now she dribbles right side. Whitehouse. Back to Musial, left side. Deflected, now taken away. Amy Tarian, open court. To the hoop. Left hand scoop is good. Tarian with the underhand scoop, and it's 6-5, Notre Dame up. Just about 3 minutes into this one.
Amy's got all 5 for the Pirates here early.
Fayta, left side. Gets it to Gresh. Look inside. Now hitting, cutting, backdoor. Peyton Musial from Sydney Whitehouse. Whitehouse caught on the low block, was cut off, and dropped a perfect pass to Musial for the layup. 8-5. Now right side, Pieper. Nothing there. Guarded by the longer Musial. Go to the left side, Amy. Starts to go right. Cut off. Gets it to Janowski. Ball deflected out to Amy. Look, backdoor cutter. Anna, no good. Musial rebound. Anna comes away with a steal. Westerman, deflected out of bounds. First time out of the night. 14:24 remaining. First half. Notre Dame 8, Pewaukee 5. You're listening to W7 Radio.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
W7 Radio back live. 8-5 Notre Dame.
A message from the WIAA. It's time to join the Buckle Up, Phone Down movement. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation challenges all Wisconsin drivers to put the safety first by taking the 2 most important actions to prevent or survive a crash. Use your seatbelt on every trip. Put the phone down and buckle up every time, every trip.
Inbound pass deflected, but it ends up in the hands of Giselle Janowskis, who grabs it and lays it in. 8-7 Notre Dame. Near steal turns into 2 points for Pewaukee. Right side, Musial. Lob over the top, Gresh, catch, shoot, finish.
Got a lot of Pirates checking in here on the broadcast.
Janowski tripped up by a Gresh. Gresh, just looking ahead of her physically, is just bigger than every single Pirate on the floor. Just from up here, looking from our vantage point, looking down, and I feel like Notre Dame can do that seal down low all night. Right side, Amy. Up top, Janowski swings it to the left side. Pieper, nowhere to go. Goes back left side, hits a cutter. Back door, no good. Musial rebounds. Westerman was cutting back door, couldn't finish. Musial rebounds, pushes. Gresh gets it back to Musial, lays it in. Musial started to attack, kicked it out to Gresh, and Musial never stopped moving, got it right back for the layup. Now Janowski, go back the other way, layup, Peeper, and the ball rolls off. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That foul should be on Musial.
Number 20, Peyton Musial, first personal.
And it is.
Third team foul. Kylie Peepers at the line.
Now, if you're the Tritons, you got 3 team fouls here in the early going. Not something you want. It's spread amongst 3 different kids. But Gresh, Musial, and Fayta.
Peeper 56% on the season. Ella Opie checking in, giving Westerman a break. 12-7 early on, Notre Dame up. Second one rolls off. Empty trip for the Pirates.
They were 10 of 10 yesterday from the charity stripe.
Don't shoot too many of them, but when they do, they're usually pretty good with them. Right side, now left side. Musial all the way to the left side, elbow extended. Dribbling toward the middle is Harrington. She comes back left to Fayta. Kick out. Musial, 3, no good. Offensive rebound. Whitehouse gets it to Trista Fayta, who spins in the lane. Layup, rolls, and it's good. 14-7 Notre Dame up. This is a different team than we saw yesterday in Notre Dame. Janowski trying to go one-on-one, nowhere to go. They get it to Amy. She kicks it, top of the key. Janowski looking. She attacks, goes to the hoop. Layup is good.
When you look at it, both teams had the scoreboard would say Pewaukee had an easier game, but Lakeland put up a fight all the way to the end. And meanwhile, Notre Dame needed every bit of it to advance to tonight.
Winning that final minute 10 to pull away over McFarland. 14-9. As Gresh catches, short corner, nothing there. Gets it to Musial. She skips it left side. Whitehouse, now Fayta. To Whitehouse, layup, good. There's a soft double team, and it was late. And Pewaukee was exposed, and it's 16-9 now. Pewaukee up the left side. Anna to Amy. Amy deep 3, no good.
Little dispatch there on the rebound.
Rebound, Barrington. She keeps running the floor, kicks it up to Musial. Ball deflected out of bounds by Anna. Kennedy Rutherford checking in for Pewaukee.
So that's the first sub either way.
Now Ellie Opie did check in for Pewaukee.
She did come in at the media timeout. I must have missed her. Yeah.
You were too busy doing a read.
Oh.
16-9, 11:36 remaining here in the first half. Lob inside, Gresh hits a backdoor Musial, layup good.
I think that Coach Rhodey and the staff found something they can maybe exploit.
It sure seems like it, yep. Left side, 3, Opie, no good. Offensive rebound, Pirates. Anna to the hoop, scoops it up and in. 18-11, Notre Dame up, 11:15 remaining. Fayta up the left side. Gets it to Barrington. Directing traffic from the left wing, nothing there. Gets it to Whitehouse, who swings it to the right side. Gresh inside, layup. They're getting point-blank range shots, nothing from the outside. Their shot chart is all in the lane, and they lead by 9, 10:45 remaining. Left side, Anna, catch and shoot 3, short. Amy, offensive rebound, putback is good. Plenty of scoring here, 20-13. Notre Dame up, Fayta now into the left corner, Barrington, correct. Up top, Whitehouse. Barrington keeping it nice and easy for Notre Dame, waiting for that cutter and finding it inside, rolls off. Offensive rebound put back. And now the free throw goes off of Janowski. And we've got another timeout on the floor with 10-10 remaining here in the first half. Notre Dame courtesy of Point Blank Range Shooting, leads 20-13.
The inception of my foundation started with clinics. I went to clinics growing up as a kid, learned how to shoot, dribble, pass. What we try to do at the PCF with our clinics is make sure that we teach that next level of skills and habits that translate far beyond the court. The hard work, the teamwork, the discipline, working together with their teammates who they just met, having fun while going through adversity. For me, it's some of the things that I enjoy most on a yearly basis is being a part of those clinics, being able to see a kid walk in on day 1 and walk out on day 3, having some friends that they've made for life. Those moments, I think, are what are really going to inspire these kids to be able to go on and accomplish things, whether it's on the court or off the court. To learn more about our clinics or to take part in our clinic, whether it's Wisconsin or Massachusetts, be sure to visit our website, www.patconaughtonfoundation.org/events.
W7 Radio live at the Resch Center here in Green Bay. Notre Dame 20, Pewaukee 13. 10-10 remaining first half. Courtesy of 69% shooting. The Tritons up 7.
And Ben, just to answer your question where the game footage is, we do not own the rights. The WIAA owns the rights to that. All we can do is audio.
Gracie Gresh on the lob inside. And there's that physicality she's got, and they keep exposing Pewaukee. And if you're Notre Dame, you'll happily trade baskets for the rest of the night as you lead by 9. Opie up top, drives on Musial, nothing there, cut off. Westerman throws it away into the hands of Fayta. Crosses the timeline, full speed, drop pass, layup, good.
That's what
Sydney
she's
Whitehouse
dangerous.
beat everybody down the floor and just waited for Trista Fayta to beat everybody with the ball.
All-time assist leader in Green Bay Notre Dame history. Just a junior is Fayta.
Amy, Kennedy Rutherford, into the lane, nothing there. Gets it into the corner. Opie goes baseline. Reverse, off. Gresh rebounds. Gets it to Fayta, who pushes it ahead. Musial to the hoop. Shot no good. Amy Terrian rebounds. 9-minute mark. We're halfway through the first half. 24-13, Notre Dame up. Amy crosses the timeline, right side, nothing there. Kicks it out. Kennedy Rutherford, 3. No good. Musial rebounds.
Triton's doing a good job controlling the defensive glass.
Inside look again. And Gracie Gresh. It's a layup drill right now for Gracie Gresh. 26-13, Notre Dame up. Step back 3, Janowskis short. Musial rebounds. Notre Dame pushed to the brink yesterday. Totally different team today. They look completely and fully prepared, almost as if they were pushed yesterday, and they said, we're not going to let that happen again.
Well, and they've been controlling this game, and they haven't been pressured. I mean, it's been a token pressure, but it hasn't been the traps and everything.
30-second timeout. Pewaukee will stay here.
The Pat Connaughton Foundation exists to inspire and motivate young athletes to put their dreams into action, whatever their dreams may be. Captained by the Milwaukee Bucks champion Pat Connaughton, the organization is focused on making a positive impact in the hearts, minds, and futures of young athletes by making the sport of basketball accessible to kids across the world.
8:17 remaining. Notre Dame 26, Pewaukee 13. Notre Dame looking for their 3rd straight Division II championship. Pewaukee looking to bring home their 1st in school history. They would join the 3 previous winners of today, McDonald Catholic, Laconia, and Kewaskum, all winning their 1st in their school's history. Pewaukee inbound. Get it to Rutherford. Musial on her. Kennedy crosses the timeline. Gets it to Janowski. Down the lane. Layup. Hits the bottom of the rim. Hustling back into the play. We're going to have a tie-up. Well, if you're the Pirates, can't argue with that look. It was a good look. Just caught the bottom of the rim. And the tie-up, it will stay here. Pewaukee basketball. Anna to trigger. Get it to the left side. Rutherford. Now Westerman. Pieper thought about it. Instead swings it right side. Rutherford in the lane. Plenty of bodies hitting the floor. We're going to have another tie. It's going to be Notre Dame basketball. You know, we talk about players in these big games. Some, they don't play to their abilities, and they kind of go into a shell. And then there's others that try to do a little bit too much. And I think right now that's where Pewaukee's in. They're in that. We're trying to do too much.
They're in that middle range.
They're down 13, and they're trying to do too much. And you got a couple others that might not be, well, somebody else has to do the scoring for us, or somebody else has to make that play.
Well, we've seen it all day. It's been kids that have stepped up, though.
None bigger than Laconia's.
Holy cow.
Lone senior stepping up, knocking down threes early on, getting hot as Musial drives. Cutting, Barrington, layup. Every single time there's a drive, somebody's cutting from the weak side, and it's a layup.
They have the answer to everything right now to the Tritons.
Pieper driving, foul. I think they're going to call it on the floor. Yes, just going back to that Laconia discussion. Reese Keel, the lone senior on the team, came out on fire and had 16 first-half points. That's a kid that averaged 6 points a game. Really sparked Laconia, who took home their first state title at the Division IV level.
I think she's still holding on to the trophy.
I don't think she's let it go. No, I think you're exactly right. And the way everybody loved it for that lone senior was so great. Janowski in the lane. Scoop up and off. Offensive rebound, Pewaukee. We're going to have yet another tie-up. It's going to stay here. So Pewaukee to trigger. Timeout on the floor. 6:57 remaining. Notre Dame 28. Pewaukee 13. You're listening to W7 Radio live from Green Bay.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
W7 Radio back live. Notre Dame on an 8-0 run over the last 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Flip side of that scoring drought is up to 343 for Pewaukee. Biggest stat thus far, Connor, the assists. 13 made baskets for Notre Dame, 12 assists.
We talked about it. They get the ball on the block, caught off the weak side, layup.
Yep. Right now it's Janowski in the lane, kicking it out. Amy thought about it. Gets it to Janowski. Step back, thought about it, not there. There's a lot of thinking going on, but not shooting. Amy goes left side. Gets it to Janowski up top. Giselle. Gresh on her. Nowhere to go. Chutta into the game. Chava gives it up. Now it's to the right side. Anna to Amy, low block. Turnaround jumper, good.
That's a tough two. Great defense, just nice little turnaround, little fade.
It's a great possession both ways. I mean, the offense, it wasn't pretty, but they kept the possession, kept the ball moving. Notre Dame making them work, and then it's just a tough shot that was made as Barrington drives. Offensive. Barrington had a seam, and then Anna stepped in front of her. Back in for the Pirates, number 21, Ella Opie. Ella Opie in. Vani Chava out.
And that's going to get Musial off the bench, checking in for Fayta with those two fouls. They're trying to match up a little offense-defense here.
Well,
with
now
the foul
this
trouble.
is the opening night that you're looking at now. No Trista Fayta on the floor. See if the Pirates can make a little bit of a run here and get back in this thing. Down 13, 5:40 remaining. Anna being hounded up top by Sydney Whitehouse. Nowhere to go. Left wing dribbled out. Pirates kind of collide up top. Nowhere to go. Janowskis cut off. No Smith or Johnson's here. Janowskis again. Now she keeps it into the lane. Scoop up and no good. Gets her own rebound and then yet another tie-up. It's going to be Notre Dame basketball. .5:15 remaining. Notre Dame up 13.
When you talk about a 13 of 8 from the field for the Tritons, 7 of 21. A lot of those point-blank misses right there for Pewaukee.
And their 3 attempts, 1 of 7. They have been behind that black college line. Again, it's the white line. Lob inside, taken away. Amy came from the weak side, got a deflection into the hands of her sister. Anna gives it back to Amy, now she loses it. Whitehouse crosses the timeline, gives it up to Gresh. Gresh into the lane, cut off, kicks it out. Musial. Now they go backward, kind of reset. Now it's Barrington. Up top, Gresh surveys, gets it to Musial. Steal, Eliopi. Layup, good. Kind of hung on the front of the rim, didn't want to go down, but it does.
And here it is, just a little disjointed on the other end of the floor for the Tritons with Fayta on the bench.
Musial up top, gets it to Whitehouse. Sydney surveys. They're trying to get it inside to Gresh. They do, layup, off the mark. And just like that, Fayta the scorer's table. Anna right side, nothing there, gets it to Amy. Swinging it, left side. Opie, she drives on Musial, nowhere to go. Pieper up top, cut off. Janowskis thought about it, instead drives, scoop shot, no good. Barrington rebounds. Get it to Musial, crossing the timeline, 3:35 remaining first half, Notre Dame up 11. Skip right to left. Whitehouse. Pewaukee doing a much better job of taking away that cutter from the weak side. But that doesn't stop Notre Dame from continuing to look for it. Making Pewaukee play defense for long stretches. 3:15 now remaining first half. Right side, Whitehouse looking, not there.
Well, one thing that's helping is Wall drops out there. She doesn't shoot the 3, so Terrian's able to drop off of her. And
Musial down low trying to get big, and in her attempt to get big, kind of trucked to Amy Terrian. Or a flop, depending. We know how that would go if we discussed it.
Right. Well, that's playoff P's second personal, 6th on the Tritons. Tritons are going to need a 30-second timeout to talk it over. We'll take it with him. You're listening to W7 Radio.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
W7 Radio back. 28-17 with 3:02 remaining first half. Pewaukee basketball is inbound. Giselle Janowskis crosses a timeline, goes left side. Amy catches. Pass fakes to the left, keeps it. 4 possessions in a row. Notre Dame has turned it over. Pewaukee looking to take advantage. Shot, no good. Rebound off of Whitehouse. TV timeout with 2:42 remaining. Notre Dame up 28-17. You're listening to W7 Radio.
While we started with clinics at the PCF, what we grew into and it's become a mainstay for us are courts, Connaughton courts. We realized that a clinic has an impact for 1, 2, 3 days. A court has an impact for 365 days a year. I was a product of a community center, Fidelity House back home, in which the court was utilized for everything. We want to continue to find places like Fidelity House to partner with, to the point where these courts are providing a safe place for these kids to play. They're providing a place for these kids to learn from mentors, coaches, volunteers that will impact them far beyond the playing surface. We've been fortunate to partner with places like Og Prep, St. Marcus, and Neighborhood House that really preach the values that we take pride in at the PCF. They can develop these habits that will attribute to their success in the years to come. Visit www.patconnaughtonfoundation.org/courts.
W7 Radio back live. 2:42 remaining, first half. You feel like this is a big possession for Pewaukee. They've been holding Notre Dame the last few possessions, turning them over, but they haven't been able to take full advantage, still trailing by 11. You want to get this thing down to single digits by halftime.
Well, the Tritons have been up double digits for most of this first half. That's what cut it to single digits.
Anna traveled.
Wow, that's a big call there. So that would have been Gresh's third, I believe. It would have been Gresh's second.
Yeah, nobody on the floor with 2 right now. Oh, correction. Musial on the floor. She checked back in. Skip it, Whitehouse. They're trying to get that seal with Gresh. And they're going to get a hold on Janowskis.
The fouls on Pewaukee number 23, Giselle Janowskis. First personal, second team foul.
Hannah Greisen checked in at the last dead ball. She got wall drop.
You're just trying to find time right now. Just get that clock running while Fayta's on the bench with the 2 fouls.
And there's another one.
Yeah, that's a collision going for the basketball. I don't know that there's a foul there because they both ran into each other, right? So the lob over the top, and Gresh and Opie collide, and they both were going for the ball. Nobody was worse for the wear.
Yeah, no real advantage gain.
Gresh came away with the ball. Play on. But foul was called. Only the third of the half for Pewaukee. Right side, Whitehouse. Swing it to the left side, Gresh. Looking inside, nothing there. They go into the corner, Musial. Double teamed on the sideline. They get it to Greisen on the same sideline. Lot of panic right now in Notre Dame. They skip it to the right side. Whitehouse 3, off the mark. Pieper rebounds, and we're going to walk to the other end and shoot free throws with 1:42 remaining. Kylie Pieper, 0 for 2 on the night in free throws. The rim's looking a little smaller to her right now. Again, 56% on the season, and having missed 2 already, it's crossing her mind. You just got to step up, knock it down, and knock down that first one, and then the rim gets a whole lot bigger.
I'd have to go back and check when Fayta came out of the game, but
and
5
the ball
turnovers.
Rattles around and off.
5 turnovers the last 7 minutes for Notre Dame, scoring a drought of 540 and counting.
Gracie Gresh rebounds and crosses the timeline now. Whitehouse, right side. Up top, Gresh. Little shuffle. Pewaukee referees wanted to travel. Instead, Gresh, right side, swinging it all the way over to the left side. Barrington on the block, dribbles out. 1:10 remaining first half. Greisen, backdoor cutting, Musial, quick flip. She barely caught it, she threw it up there, shot off the mark. Janowski rebounds, gets it up ahead, Amy Tarian. Drive into the lane, Pieper, stopped, blocked, we're gonna get a jump ball. And it's gonna stay on that end. Great defensive play, Peyton Musial. 58.4 remaining. Inbound, Janowski to the lane. Pull-out, shot, no good. Gresh rebounds. The shooting percentage going the wrong way if you're Pewaukee.
Yeah, but you're still just down 11.
shooting just over 30%. Left side, Greisen to Gresh. Inside, Barrington, kick it out. Greisen keeping the ball moving. Looking, backdoor cutter, Whitehouse, good. That's what got them their lead. That's what they go back to, and that's what builds the lead back to 13. Opie, pull up, 18-footer, no good. Rebound ends up in the hands of Gracie Gresh as we tick down, 10 seconds left. Musial left side. Crowd telling you how much time's left as Gresh catches, looks inside, Musial, turn, layup, no good. And our score at halftime, the Tritons of Notre Dame 30, the Pewaukee Pirates 17. One more half of basketball to determine the Division II State Champion for 2023. You're listening to W7 Radio.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
We have done an incredible job all season sharing the ball, playing defense, talking on defense, getting the bench excited. That all needs to stay the same, and especially on big games like this. This game's going to come down to guts. Who's going to handle at points being down 10? Who's going to handle a tough call that doesn't go your way? Who's going to handle some banging and some shots that go in and out or a missed free throw here and there? That's what this game's going to come down to. This is about respect. You're going out there and walking and acting with an attitude and champions. You've earned it to this point. Nobody's giving you anything. You have earned it. We have worked our butts off all season to get to this. This is why you play sports. This is why. Games like this. It's been a long time since we as a program have put ourselves in this position, and it's because of you, every single one of you. Whether you play a lot or not, you bust your butts in practice every day to make each other better. You support each other to play in these type of games. Love it. Love it. Leave it all out there. Show them what Hale toughness is.
Breakdown! Husky! Breakdown! Husky! 1, 2, 3, team!
I got this one, okay? I'm mic'd up. What's your name? Sam. Sam says hi.
We've got ourselves a ball game. 25 seconds. Kinnis to the hoop. Blocked by Leininger. She comes away with the ball. Up ahead to KK. Guys, layup. Good! That's game. Unbelievable. Moves on to Saturday night.
The taste of your lips, I'm on the run. You're toxic, I'm sipping on the taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic? I'm nervous. And I know what you do, don't you know that you're toxic? Let's go, guys. Don't trip. We got this.
Yes, Ed, there is a hot dog with relish in the Oak Creek dugout. How can you not love that? That is just amazing.
W7 Radio live from Green Bay. It is halftime. Pewaukee trails the Tritons of Notre Dame 30-17 with Connor DuBois. I'm Ed Rowie. Connor, you check out the halftime stats. I think throw all those numbers out. I think it's the point that you made. The final 5.5 minutes, Trista Fayta sitting on the bench, and those final 5.5 minutes played to a 2-2 tie. That was Pewaukee's chance. Not going to get many opportunities like that. And when you're trailing by 13, it's going to be tough sledding.
Well, we saw, and you described how efficient the offense was in the early going when Fayta was in there the first 14 minutes or so of the contest. And once she came out, the offense for the Tritons got a little inefficient. Pewaukee, like you said, kind of missed a chance there to cut into that 11-point deficit. And instead it grew, the 13.
Every stat number favors Notre Dame. 61% shooting to 31. turnovers. The one area Pewaukee has helped their cause, but that was when Fayta was out. The 5 turnovers of their 7 came with Trista Fayta on the bench, and they weren't able to take advantage of it. Otherwise, 18 rebounds to 11, and the eye-popping 13 assists to 1. Incredible. We were just about set for the second half. Notre Dame, are they going to complete this and make it 3 in a row? Or is Pewaukee going to be able to bring home the gold ball for the first time in school history? 18 minutes separates the winner here at the Division II State Championship on Championship Saturday at the Resch Center.
Triton ball to start the second half, so Pewaukee going to have to get a stop and a bucket. Head her in the right direction.
Looking for that backdoor cutter right away, nothing there. Fayta looks inside, skips it instead. Barrington holds and then gives it up. Whitehouse swings it to the right side. Pewaukee doing a much better job taking away that middle early on. Can they continue to do it through the whole possession? Fayta, low block, shot up, good. They're going right at the freshman. You said find the mismatch or something they can attack, and that's what they're doing. Westerman, 3 on the way, good. Ava Westerman. Quick pace to the start the second half. Pewaukee wants to get the, I think that's the biggest thing, is they want to get that tempo up a little bit. Notre Dame dictating both ends of the floor as they go inside. Whitehouse, turnaround, 8-footer, back iron, no good. Peyton Musial, offensive rebound and putback.
Playoff P, we call her.
Westerman across the timeline. Quick pass up ahead. Anna Tarian, no good. Musial rebounds. Steps through, gets it to Fayta, who gets it to Gresh. 3 on the way, good! And just like that, it's 17 points. The lead for the Tritons. Janowski swing it left side, Amy. Looking, gets it to Anna. Back to the right side now with Amy. Nothing there. Janowski in the lane. Turns, nowhere to go, gets it outside. Gets it to Pieper on the left side. Janowski, there's that stutter step they're letting go. This time it was Janowski. Pewaukee continuing the possession. Lob inside, Pieper on the block, now in the lane. Skip pass. Anna cut off by Gresh. Great possession both ways. Who will win it? Right now it's Amy, left wing, on the emblem. Westerman, second in a row, no good. Hustle rebound for Gracie Gresh. Knocked out of bounds. Nope, they're going to get a foul on Anna.
I would have been okay with just calling it out of bounds.
Number 45, Anna Tarian, second personal.
But if, again, right next to the referee, we're not going to argue. We're way up here at the top.
No, any chance you have a chance to have 50-50 call and keep a foul away from a kid?
We're an extended paintbrush away from getting the ceiling painted. Pass inside, extra pass, layup. Hope Barrington, the recipient of the extra pass from Sydney Whitehouse, and the lead is 19.
Got to be thinking about a timeout coming up soon here.
Janowski, they forget to cut her off. She goes right to the hoop, goes right at Gresh, and she's going to shoot 2. Nobody stopped the basketball. Janowski got to the point where she's going to kick it out and then decided to keep it.
Giselle Janowskis is at line, shooting 2 for Pewaukee.
Janowski makes the first one, the leading scorer on this team as a freshman. 74% on the season. 96 attempted free throws led the team. Again, they don't get there too often, but when they do, they're usually pretty good, and tonight, not so much. Kind of the way the whole night's going for Pewaukee. Now 1 for 6. Correction, 1 for 5. 39-21, 15 minutes left. Musial, they're going to get a foul on the floor, and it's a good thing because she had a clear path to the lane. Westerman on the foul.
Yeah, there's no help defense for
No,
Pewaukee
they're clearing
on that
everything
drive.
out. Yep. Almost feels like they're just sending everybody away and saying, take your player one-on-one.
Well, that's the difference with Fayta in there. You've got 5 bona fide three-point shooters. That stretches the floor. As soon as you start going on the bench, you lose a little bit of that.
Now under 15 minutes. Left all alone. Barrington, catch, shoot, 3. Good. Up
Nobody
ahead quick.
back.
Nobody got back, and Pieper goes to the hoop and lays it in. So a mental mistake by Notre Dame, but they'll trade 3 for 2. As we're now with 14:35 remaining, separating the Tritons and their 3rd state title in a row. Fayta swings it left side. Gresh, backdoor cutter. Whitehouse, it goes off her knee. She was there and just had it slip through her hands off her leg. And it's a turnover for Notre Dame. And with that, we will take a timeout. 14:27 remaining, 19-point lead for Notre Dame. You're listening to W7
The Pat
Radio.
Connaughton Foundation prides itself on the impact that we have. We started with clinics. We've grown to courts. Our new coming initiative is character, aka scholarships. How do we find a way to have an impact on a kid that will change their lives forever? We want to find ways to help reward those student athletes, help get them access to a better high school, a better AAU program, a better college, both on the court, but especially off the court. And we want to someday have many kids that say, I wouldn't have been able to get to where I am today if it wasn't for the Pat Connaughton Foundation. We can't do that ourselves. We do that through people like you. We're excited to launch the endowment program for scholarships in the next coming years, and we want to make sure that you stay up to date on all of the things that we're doing at the PCF. Be sure to follow us on social media, be sure to visit our website on a regular basis, and be sure to sign up for our newsletter. Thank you again for your support, and at W7, it's for the girls.
A great opportunity exists for people who enjoyed sports as participants and would like to get back to the game that means so much to them. Becoming a high school game official gives you the opportunity to get involved, get in shape, and help teach the game to young people. Signing up is easy. Visit WIAA and become a licensed official. A message from W7 Productions and the WIAA, keeping the education in sports.
Send your comments. Connor's posted a few, answered some questions. Shout out to my mother listening. Hi, Mom. Larry Legend checking in. Always good to hear from Larry. Sent us a couple of stats at halftime. The road producer, as we call him. Step back, Janowski, 18-footer, way short. Musial, yet another rebound. He's having a big night. Cleaning up the glass, her 8th rebound. Whitehouse, swing it. Up top, Barrington, Gresh. Fayta, catch. Looking to attack, nowhere to go. A wall of white jerseys. Barrington, now she catches and attacks. She kicks it back out. Feel like they want to keep going, and they're just, unless it's a wide open layup, they're putting on the brakes and just kicking it back out.
Yeah, 100% agree. It's just they're waiting for that layup contest to start again.
And they're up 19. They can do that. They can take as much time as they want, and they are doing it. Patiently waiting for that backdoor cutter, making the Pirates work defensively. 13-10 remaining, and now you're going to get a foul on Westerman.
Pewaukee fouls number 13.
Notre Dame could do this the rest of the night if they wanted, and they might. They very well might. Because you know what that's like as a player that gets so frustrated when you're chasing and playing defense and you just want something to happen. You start to gamble and you end up with a backdoor layup. Trigger the inbound play, trying to get it inside to Gresh. She has a seal for just a moment, but Janowski quickly recovered. Now they come back right side, Fayta. Whitehouse swings it, Gresh. Fayta again looking inside. Now Whitehouse.
And then you put the Tritons on the college court and really give them some extra
making
space.
it work. Musial, baseline attack. Gresh going up. So Musial caught it in the left corner, attacked, was cut off, but dropped a great pass to Gracie Gresh, who was followed by Ella Opie. And Gracie will go to the line to shoot 2. Gracie on the year 78%. Hit some big ones down the stretch yesterday.
That'll give her 12 for the night. Just looking at the scoring, I mean, an incredible balanced scoring attack. 12 for Gresh, 9 for Barrington, 8 for Musial, 7 apiece for Fayta and Whitehouse.
And if you're a coach, you can't ask for anything more. It is absolutely beautiful to look at. And the lead is up to 21, the largest of the night. Now double team up the sideline, and Coach Reuter will take a timeout. We'll take it with him. You're listening to W7 Radio.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Back live as the Pirates inbound from half court. Get it up top, Opie. Amy, top of the key, nowhere to go.
Carrie, let us know who you're clapping for. Pewaukee, Notre Dame. Might be Ed and I on the call. I don't know.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Hardly.
I can tell you that's not what it is.
Anna into the corner. Now Amy in the deep corner. Whitehouse closely guarding her. There's just no spacing over there. And now we're going to get a tie-up. Nope. Now we get a backdoor cutter and an open Anna Terrian who nails the three. Boy, that looked disastrous for the Pirates, and somehow they come away with 3 points. Under 12 minutes to go. 44-26. See if Notre Dame continues to work clock. And if the Pirates can start gambling, or will start gambling. Up top, Peyton looking, nothing there. Swings it, Fayta. Look inside, Musial, layup, good. Just a quick pass from Gracie Gresh up top. Now a quick pass up ahead, Janowski, lost it, regains. Amy hits a backdoor, Anna, gonna be offensive. Nope, they're gonna say 2 shots. Boy, that was really close.
Well, Peyton was inside the restricted circle. So
46-26, Notre Dame up 20 with 11:13 remaining. Anna Terrian to the line to shoot 2. Hits the first, 74% on the season. Aubrey Spitzner for Pewaukee getting her first run, checking into the game, along with Kennedy Rutherford and Ella Opie back out there. I think you might start seeing some fresh legs turning in and out and seeing a little more gambling from the Pirates as Anna hits them both.
And they're going to have to change something up.
Right.
Because the Tritons will be content to take
and there's a near steal, and it is a steal from Opie. And then taken right back. What a great play by Greisen. Attack, layup, good. I think I said Greisen, it was actually Waldrop. What a great play. Looked like a steal, Pewaukee, and ends up being 2 points. Notre Dame, and now you go back the other way, and Anna Terrian hits a 3. What a crazy 15 seconds of basketball there. Fade across the timeline, Opie on her. They get it to the left side, now inside, Whitehouse. Kick the pass, Gresh, catch and shoot 3, short. Anna rebounds. She keeps it across the timeline. Amy, right wing, nowhere to go, no shot available. Puts it on the floor and attacks. Now it's Anna to the hoop, no good. Rebound, Fayta. She goes right by Opie, drives, kicks, Barrington kicks it out. Under 10 minutes to go. And now Trista Fayta tripped. You call her Trista Fayta on that one. She tripped and lost the ball. Turnover and a timeout, all in one. 9:56 remaining, 48-31. Notre Dame up 17. You're listening to W7 Radio.
Woo!
Yes, Ed, there is a hot dog with relish in the Oak Creek dugout. How can you not love that? That is just amazing.
W7 Radio back. We've got the whole family in the house tonight. Dave Beasley, Gary Whipperman, Sarah Nassif, all on the floor. They'll be providing content once this one concludes.
State tournament wraps up today, but we'll have content for weeks to come.
That voice is Connor DuBois. I'm Ed Rowie. 9:45 separates Notre Dame in their third in a row. The Pirates are trying to do something as Anna Tarian, she has taken over the offense for the Pirates. Lead down to 14. Fayta to Whitehouse. Up top, now look inside, thrown away. So the last time Gresh had that quick pass, it ended up a layup. That time ended up a turnover. 2 straight turnovers for the Tritons. 6-0 run for the Pirates as we are now at the 9:15 mark. Janowski right side. Opie swinging it left. Rutherford with Gresh on her. Kick it out. Janowski back to Rutherford. Thought about it and said, I better not. This is really deep.
I think she realized, this is the college line. And I'm 4 feet
Anna, catch, attack, layup is good. Anna Tarian is on a run of her own, trying to get the Pirates back into this, and they are down 12. Near turnover, but instead ends up in the hands of Gracie Gresh, who calmly surveys the scene. Little drought for the Tritons. Over 2 minutes now without scoring. 8:30 remaining. Waldrop swings it right side. Whitehouse on top. Fayta. Shot no good. Going up over everybody.
And one.
Kaya Waldrop. Up and over everybody with the rebound and put back. And the layup is good. And she'll go to the line looking to complete the three-point play. And she committed the cardinal sin. She got an offensive rebound and put it on the deck right away. Got away with it. She'll learn.
Yeah, she's kind of undercut a little bit. I think that was more to stay on balance.
That could be. And she completes the three-point play and stems the tide in the lead back to 15 with 8:15 remaining. Amy cut off. Step back three, way short. Anna, offensive rebound, and she'll shoot 2.
Call it a pass.
Could do that. I think Amy went over to Anna with a high five and said, hey, thanks for cleaning up my mess. Now go make these free throws. Foul on Gracie Gresh.
Looks like a quick breather there for Fayta. She's back at the scorer's table, set to check in.
Free throw good.
Trista Fayta back in for Notre Dame.
Trista back. Looks like you're going to give Whitehouse a quick breather. 8:05 remaining, 14-point lead. Now 13. Fayta with Opie on her. Gets bumped and slides on her knees. Man, that looked painful, but Trista just too strong. Getting a lot more physical as Gresh shoots 3 wide open and good. They forgot about Gracie Gresh. And she got a rhythm 3 and knocks it down. The lead 16 with 7:40. Now a lob inside, Janowski layup.
This is one of those like old school games. Trying just 8 3-point attempts on the game. Making 50% of them, but 14-point lead nonetheless.
Cutting backdoor, Musial, tough catch, shot no good. Waldrop, another offensive rebound, kind of rolls it out to Gracie Gresh, who flips it over to Hope Barrington, who just holds it and lets everybody get reset.
That's the senior.
And there's the lob inside. Waldrop, and they're going to get the foul. Notre Dame has found a weak spot in the Pewaukee defense. Coach Jim Reuter did not like that call in the replay.
Looked pretty clean on the replay. Now the replay, we can see we're eye level with that.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, that gives you an idea how high up we are. We are level with that play. We could have almost caught the ball.
We might be looking down at the replay, actually.
Waldrop misses the first one. Spitzer in. Anna out. Anna now with 3 fouls.
You gotta imagine that's just gonna be a get a drink of water and get back in there.
Little surprising considering she's been the entire offense. Timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. Let's recap everything. Actually, let's give Connor a quick read, and then we'll recap.
Absolutely. When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual is a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since it started in 1965. Basketball, to hockey, to wrestling, and gymnastics, the award recognizes more than sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community as well. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions.
Well, you look at the stats, they are on your screen. The biggest number, you can see it, 64% for Notre Dame. They just keep feeding the post inside and getting easy lay-ins. And on the night, 18 assists. Janowski into the lane, has it blocked. Nope, they're gonna get a foul. That was a late call. And that might be Gresh, and it is. That's her 4th. 6:51 remaining. Gracie Gresh picks up her 4th.
Yeah, I thought more of a push up top from Barrington on that initially at the elbow.
So they're going to get Whitehouse in for Gresh. Janowski free throw, good. Gracie will sit, I would imagine, as I'm sure you do too. This will be short. And I think it'll be dictated a lot on how
the game flow, the next
minute and a half. Yeah. As Janowski hits them both. And there's our TV timeout. We're going to take it with them. W7 Radio is live and bringing you the Division II State Championship of 2023.
Softball season just around the corner.
Time. W7 Radio, 6:51 remaining. Notre Dame holding their lead, now 13. They are that shade under 7 minutes away from their 3rd straight state championship. Joining Milwaukee, Washington, Milwaukee Vincent, Cuba City, Flambeau, and Beaver Dam as girls programs that have won 3 in a row.
This will be the 6th overall, I believe.
Seems like a lot. Musial up top, out on the logo, nowhere to go and no need. Now it's Whitehouse, swinging it to the right side. Fayta, cut off by Pieper. Hands it off to Whitehouse. Barrington, now Musial. Gresh on the bench, so you're not going to see that look inside like you have been, where she has been so effective. Now Barrington attacks, cut off, nowhere to go. Now double team. And timeout on the floor before that pass. I believe we're going to get, yep, great job by Coach Rohde to take that timeout. It's a big one. We'll take it with him. 6:03 remaining.
W7's got it right. Covering girls' high school sports all the time. 100% free, 100% live. W7 for the girls all day and night. W7 Productions. From golf, volleyball, it's girls' sports in Wisconsin. W7 Productions. Basketball, softball, W7 for the girls.
W7 Radio, 6:03 remaining. Notre Dame 55, Pewaukee 42.
You got a comment checking in from Arizona and Texas.
Always good.
Put the game away, Sydney Whitehouse. This is a definitely a Sydney Whitehouse spot for sure.
Gracie Gresh staying on the bench with those 4 fouls. Can the Pirates put the clamps down, get the ball back, and chip away at this lead? Or are the Tritons just going to finish them off? Near turnover, we're going to get a foul on a loose ball. Eliopi went into the scrum, we'll say, and it's a good call. I think it's a really good call because she really slammed in to Trista Fayta. And now Fayta's going to go to the line.
It'll put him over to the limit.
But what a change. A possible turnover, instead going to the line, Trista Fayta. Back iron. Opie with the rebound. And a tie-up. Going to be Pewaukee basketball. It's going to stay the Pirate ball. But you want that possession arrow your favor as you go down the stretch. Unfortunately for the Pirates, that's not the case. And Notre Dame not making anything easy. They have kept that double-digit lead. They just refuse to give it up.
I mean, I think that goes all the way back to about the 7-minute mark of the first half.
Deflection into the Pewaukee bench. Hello. Westerman in, Opie out. They're going to inbound right in front of the Pewaukee bench, right next to Coach Reuter. Anna to Amy, directing traffic, gets a clear out. Instead, swing it to the right side. Inside, Janowski. Scoop up and under, no good, as Fayta comes away with the rebound. Pushes up the left side, gets to Musial. Playoff P, gives it up. Hope Barrington. Now it's Musial, double team on the sideline. Get it to Waldrop. And there's that Notre Dame patience.
They're just letting Waldrop work kind of that mid-post.
Doing a heck of a job making, I think that's Anna down there. Yep, it is, making her work. Now they're going the other way. Whitehouse trying to do the same to Amy.
Little flex action or something there.
Yep, no doubt they are. Now they're going backward, but that's okay because the clock keeps ticking. 4:45 remaining. With the ball and up 13 are the Tritons. Left wing, nowhere to go, but no need, no rush. Now a double team, and they get through it. And you can see the Pirates, they're getting a little heavy in the leg. They have to work so hard on the defensive end. Barrington just working clock. Double team up top, but you can't. And now taken away by Janowski. Gets it to Anna, left side. Stop, pull up, 3. No good.
That was going to be a big one if it went.
But it doesn't. And Notre Dame continues to work the clock. They haven't scored in over 3 minutes, but their lead is still 13 because the Pirates haven't scored in almost 3 minutes themselves.
The foul's number 13, Ava Westerman.
Westerman foul, and here comes Gracie Gresh.
I know you want to maybe, I don't know if you really want to foul there. You know, you're letting Gresh get back into the game. As long as she's out, I think you have a chance.
Fayta to the line. Bonus free throw. She hits the first.
Mike Hartle checking in. Says we're the best, Ed. Thanks for all we do for the girls.
Appreciate the kind words as Fayta hits them both and the lead is 15.
It makes it easy to do what we do with the kids and the coaches' support all across our listening and coverage area. For
and
sure.
the WIAA, thank you so much for getting everybody set up this weekend as Janowski lays it in. They have really set us up, and as Gary's been telling everybody this weekend, it just feels different. Like we've crossed that. We're rookies. Now we're a part of this.
You're a bona fide contributor on the media side to girls sports across the state, and especially basketball.
The proof in the pudding of that is June 28th, the WBCA All-Star Game will be presented by W7.
That's going to be fantastic.
End of June, everybody's happier because it's nice and warm. It's just before the 4th of July weekend.
I think Gary brought Road out of Mike's. I think every kid's going to have a mic. We're going to mic up every kid out there.
Amy Tarian commits the foul. Ella Opie in. Kylie Pieper out.
Yeah, so if you've got a senior that's playing and going to be a part of that, you're not going to want to miss that event, their last basketball event of the year and high school
their career.
Yeah.
White House free throw, good.
And then if you're a freshman, sophomore, whatever, and you got a senior that's playing in that event, you're going to want to tune in if you're not there in person.
Or if you've already started your vacation.
Exactly.
Sitting on a beach, up on the docks in a lawn chair. As we approach 3 minutes, 15-point lead. Anna, left wing, left corner three, no good. Hustle for the rebound, and she's going to commit a foul on Trista Fayta, who's going to walk back down to the other end and shoot 2 free throws. And with exactly 3 minutes left, I think if you're Notre Dame, you can start to feel it.
Notre Dame now in the double bonus.
15-point lead, and your junior Illinois State commit stepping to the line. And now the Notre Dame crowd believes it. Must have been listening to us.
Somebody over there has got the broadcast going. They just hit him with the "I believe that we will win" chance.
First free throw is good. Timeout on the floor. You're listening to W7 Radio. Notre Dame knocking on the door of their 3rd straight championship here on W7 Radio.
If you don't know W7, you don't know Notre Dame girls basketball. I'm Samia Pitchka. And I'm Charlie Apple. And W7 is for girls. I'm gonna soak up the sun.
Samuel Pitchka, Charlie Apple, seniors on the first of what's looking like to be 3 in a row for the Tritons. Way back at the Lacrosse Center 3 years ago. Now potentially 2 in a row here at the Resch.
Free throw's good. And it's up to 17 again. Now you can see what the Pirates are going to do. That timeout was just get it, attack, get an open 3, let it fly. And it's not happening because this Notre Dame defense is just clamping down. Janowski, nope, decides not to. Now it's Westerman. She kicks it out. Catch, shoot, 3, good! Amy Tarian knocks it down. Pewaukee does have one timeout left, as does Notre Dame, along with the one more TV timeout. Barrington up top, Gresh. Back to the right side. They're going to get Eliopi. Eliopi commits the foul. Trista Fayta back to the line.
Fayta back to the line, 2 shots for the Tritons.
Fayta reached the 1,000-point mark in that sectional final game back at Oshkosh West. I had to give her a hard time. I said, why would you want to get 1,000 points at
when you're going to be celebrated anyway?
You know, why don't you wait and get that get it at state, and then they have to give you the state ball. You know.
Oh, that would have been something.
So,
nonetheless, she just knocks down free throws and keeps making them.
Yep.
And that's 4 in a row that she's hit. I mean, you saw the difference in this team when she went out with those fouls. They were a different ball club, but doesn't seem like it's going to matter as Westerman scoops up a shot off the mark. And I think you might see a bench emptying coming soon, as Notre Dame, with 2 minutes remaining, up 16, is going to win their 3rd straight state title.
Ed, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh,
Rumor has it Notre Dame's going to Tennessee next year.
Okay.
W7 Live from Tennessee.
Who's paying the bill? I'm there. Amy lets the 3 go short, and Gracie Gresh rebounds. She comes up the right side. Kicks it to Barrington, who swings it all the way over to the left side. Playoff P has it in her hands. And back they go, Whitehouse. Now Gresh. 1:20 remaining. A slight murmur starts to build. Notre Dame crowd starting to pick up the tempo. Their chants and cheers, as it's now 1 minute remaining.
Barrington, the lone senior, 3-time state champ. They feel it now.
That crescendo kind of built. Took about 20 seconds.
Sarah's got the entire fan base kind of groomed that it's not over till it's over.
And for the 2nd year in a row, the Tritons of Notre Dame are going to beat the Pirates of Pewaukee on the same Resch Center floor.
Bench feels that they're starting to rock back and forth.
46.7 remaining, Sydney Whitehouse. Stepping to the line, free throw, off the mark.
Substitution, Hannah Greisen in for Notre Dame.
Just a dominating performance by the Tritons.
There it is. Hope Barrington checks out for the final time. 3-time state champion. No better feeling.
Also in for the Tritons, number 4, Paige DeMoulin.
I would imagine you might see something along those lines. Maybe Coach Reuter will leave Ava Westerman out there, the lone senior on the floor.
Auntie Elena loves Sydney and the rest of the Tritons. She says, congratulations, Lady Tritons.
Izzy Service, Ava Matz, Ava Westerman, Gina Gonzalez, Audrey Linton. You are the seniors. Congratulations on a great career in Pewaukee as Anna Tyrion lays it in.
Amy to Anna, that'll be a connection for
probably the next level.
A few more years to come.
Into the next level, I would imagine.
Yeah.
20 seconds now. The bench is up cheering. The crowd is up cheering. Let the clock run down. Congratulations, Notre Dame. You are the Division II state champions for 22-23. Start to celebrate.
And the final score, Notre Dame 64, Pewaukee 49. Inviting the senior round, we'll have the award ceremony coming up for both teams in a few minutes.
1 by 1, 29 in a row, Ed. And they'll carry that streak in the next year.
Oh, they want that game back in Pewaukee all over again.
You know,
that one blemish is eating their craw right now.
It is, and you know, both these programs, they schedule
probably
tough
not right now, not when you win a state title. I don't think it's in there, but congratulations, Notre Dame. You were the better team tonight. You played a nearly flawless game, shooting 62%, assisting on 18 baskets. Most of that coming early on where you really dictated the game. Your defense wouldn't allow the Pirates back into it. Congratulations to the Pirates on a great season. And again, we talked about it in our pregame. In pencil, we're gonna put these two teams right back on this floor at 6:35 next year in March of 24.
Unless something crazy happens where they match up in the semifinals or something. But on pencil, these two should be back in this game for round 5 if they don't have each other on the non-con schedule already.
We've already discussed so few seniors involved. I mean, Hope Barrington, the lone senior for Notre Dame, and for Pewaukee, Ava Westerman played major minutes. The others got their time as well, but primarily revolving around your freshmen and sophomores this year, both ways, and then the sophomores and juniors for the Tritons of Notre Dame. Congratulations, you have earned it, Notre Dame. That was one heck of a run. You lose that opening night game by 1, and then you just roll to a state title for the 3rd straight year. For W7 Radio, that's us. We're done for the year. We want to thank you so much for joining us, especially when we're up at state and when we know it's radio. It's a little different, but your support throughout the year keeps us going. You are the best. You keep us going. These kids, these programs, but of course, we do it all for the girls, and we cannot thank you enough. For Sarah Nassif, Dave Beasley, the boss, Gary Whipperman, Connor Du Bois, I'm Ed Rowie. Congratulations, Notre Dame. You are state champions once again. Signing off, W7 Radio. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you in 23-24. Have a great off season, and we'll see you again in November.
Control numbers, Paul Peterson, principal from Regis, Dennis Burr, superintendent.